Hello, today I'm going to be installing KitKat CM11 on the Droid X. We're going to need to download some files. You're going to need the Bootstrap, the Framaroot, Twrp recovery, Google Apps, and the ROM. Once you downloaded these files here, these aren't the most current ones, they're just the ones I've had. Get the current ones here from this mega folder here, and just download these 5 files. You want to put those on the SD card. Once you've done that, you need to go ahead and enable USB debugging. Just press the menu button and settings, and kind of blown out here. Let's see if it'll show us here. Okay, we want to scroll down to applications, and development, USB debugging. You'll get a warning. Go ahead and click OK. And then you might as well back out and go ahead and click unknown sources, and go ahead and click OK. Then we can go back to our main menu, our home page. Press the home button, and then we can go to our SD card. If you get this, go ahead and click all apps. Alright, now we're going to look for the files icon, brown with a white folder. You can see it says SD card. I just put all the files in a folder called DX CM11. You see there's our files. We want to start with the Framaroot app. Be sure you want to install this. Go ahead and click it says install on the bottom there. It's not going to show. It's on the left side. Okay, and then go ahead and click open, and you have a couple options here. You can just install the older super user, or you can install super su, or you have, if you're already rooted, you can unroot. We're going to just stick with the original super user. So, and then we want Gimli root, and it'll just take a second. It says super user and super SU binary installed. We have to click OK. Now we have to reboot the Droid X. So select power off. And then once it's powered down, we need to press the power button again to reboot it. rebooted. We're going to go ahead and lock the screen. And now go back to our app menu and our folders, our files app. Go ahead and reselect the SD card. And it decides to open. There we go. Select the SD card again. And scroll back down to our folder. And we want to select the Bootstrap, Droid 2 Recovery Bootstrap folder. There's several other bootstraps that'll work fine, but this is the one that is posted in the original for this ROM. Okay, down at the bottom here we got a install option with a cancel. Go ahead and click install. That's showing up on my. And you should get a super user. Well, first we install that. Go ahead and click open. Now we have two options here. Bootstrap recovery. There we go. Bootstrap recovery. You want to tap the top one. And here's our super user. Go ahead and click allow. And we got success. So now we can just reboot to recovery using the second option. And now it's going to reboot to Clockwork Mod recovery. It'll take a few seconds. Okay, so now we are in Clockwork Mod Recovery 5.0.2.0, and we have several options here. We've got Reboot System, Apply Update, Wipe Data, Wipe Cache, Install Zip, Backup, Mounts, Advanced, and Power Off. Now to use this custom recovery, you're going to scroll with your volume buttons, and you're going to select with the camera button. Pressing the power button will, in most cases, take you back to the last page. If you're, but sometimes it'll also make the screen kind of go black like that, and you'll just have the Clockwork Mod icon there. So if that happens, just go ahead and press the power button again, and it'll show your screen again. So, we want to install zip from SD card. Nice. There we go. Then just select with your camera button. Choose zip from SD card, which is the first option. So you just press the camera button again, and then we need to scroll down to the folder that you've got the files in, which in this case I have Droid X CM11. Press the camera button. Now we need to install the Twrp zip. I have Twrp 2.7 on here. So we're going to go ahead and select that with the camera button, and then scroll down to install. Yes, install. And select it with the camera button again. Alright, now we need to reboot the Droid X again. So you can just press the power button, and it should take you back. It doesn't look like it's going to. Alright, so just select, go back with the camera button, and go back with the camera button. And there we go, we got Reboot System now. Go ahead and press the camera button again. Now we'll get a blue light. Hopefully it'll show on on there as it's booting. Oh, we just booted right in there. We didn't need to do the blue light. Okay, so now we're in Twrp recovery. It's gonna show or not. Anyways, it's a Team Win recovery project version 2.7.00. Has the time and has the battery indicator. Battery indicator may not always be correct. Then we have 8 main options on the main page here: install, wipe, backup, restore, mount, settings, advanced, and reboot. It's a good idea to do a wipe if this is the first time installing. So you just select wipe, and the default option here is factory reset, which wipes the data, cache, and Dalvik. So we can go ahead and just swipe to confirm, actually swipe to factory reset. And then you can go ahead and select the home button. This is touch screen interface. Now we're going to select install, which is the top left, and we just need to scroll back to our Droid X CM11 folder, or whatever folder you're using, and we want to install CM11 ROM zip first, and then we can go ahead and swipe to confirm flash. And once this is installed, we're going to go reboot and then install the Google apps. It seems to be working better that way than trying to install. Like on most devices, you just install both of those at the same time, but that's not how we're going to do it this time. This will take a minute or more to install. While this is waiting, we have a couple different options here for downloading our files. There's a Mega link, a Mediafire link, and a Google Drive link. Any of these are fine. I prefer the Mega link because it verifies the size of the file after it's done downloading as part of the encryption process that Mega uses by default. If you download it from Mediafire or Google Drive, you should check and make sure that the file size is right. It's best to download it twice and compare the MD5s. Alright, so our ROM is installed, and we have a couple options here. We have a home option, wipe cache and Dalvik, and reboot system. I always recommend using the wipe cache and Dalvik. And swipe to wipe. Then we can go back, and then you can select reboot the system. Now you don't, if you're just updating the ROM from an earlier CM11, you don't need to do the factory wipe we did earlier. But if you're just coming from stock ROM or another ROM, it's really recommended you wipe data. Good chance it won't boot otherwise. Alright, so we're going to reboot system, and we're going to go back to Twrp. We're going to have a new Twrp logo and just select recovery with the menu button. And we got our options again. So we're just going to go back to install. Which is the top left button. And we're going to select our Google Apps minimal. Again, you don't want to use the standard CM11 Google Apps because the file size is way bigger than what's available on the Droid X. That's why the minimal Google Apps is posted in this thread on XDA. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and swipe to confirm flash. And this will take a couple minutes to install. Okay, so and we probably can skip the wipe the cache and debug, but I always seem to have better luck if I do that. So we'll go ahead and wipe the caches. It only takes a few seconds to do that. Go ahead and select back and reboot system, and we'll see our safe strap icon again. If it works right, you can go ahead and press the search button to skip to Android, and then we should see the CM11 CyanogenMod icon here. And first time it boots, it'll probably take a minute or two, depending on the ROM version and the device. Oh, another thing, once you've installed Twrp recovery, you'll no longer be able to boot back into stock ROM. The only option after that is install CM11 or SBF back to stock. Unfortunately, it is not compatible with stock ROM. I'm not sure why the first time you install Twrp and reboot, you should get that safe strap icon. But anyways, so if you do get that, just press recovery and continue to boot to Twrp. So that may have changed. It's been a while since I installed this. It should be getting close to finishing its boot. There we go, we got the welcome screen, and asking you what language you want. I'm not sure what. See, there's several different languages here. You just want to select the one that you're using. Select next. There we go. And you have the option to set up a Google account. You can select your Wi-Fi. You can sign in to CyanogenMod, so they can notify you of updates. I'll go ahead and skip that. You got your location settings, and you can change your time. There's our, we have kind of some information about the how to use the home screen, organize it. There we go, that's CM11. See our apps that are installed. You can see we got Play Store, FM radio, terminal emulator, Twrp. Alright, well, I hope that we got a error didn't like. Again, this wasn't the newest files available. It's best to use the newest ones on the Mega Site folder. I hope you enjoyed the video.